Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Under the Influence Podcast.
It's episode 193.
193. We back like we never left, even though it's been a couple weeks.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You
Yes,
know,
sir.
pardon the
Things happen.
things happened, things came up in life. Pardon the gaps. Pardon the gaps.
Hey, it is what it
It
is.
is what it is. How you doing tonight, my brother?
Shoot, I'm here.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be difficult. Ain't even been a minute.
No, it hasn't. About 5 more seconds. Yep.
Yeah.
It's been a minute now.
Man, I'm doing all right. Just trying to thug it out. So I think since the last pod, my baby graduated, so that was great.
That's what's up.
My grandma down Terre Haute turned 100,
Oh, yeah, that's right.
so that was great. We went down there for the party. That was great. Saw family I ain't seen in years.
Right.
Everybody showed up for Granny's 100th birthday, so that was dope. I saw people I ain't seen in years. So that was, took my grandma from California that moved down here, took her down there, so they got to meet each other for the first time in person.
That's what's up.
They've talked on the phone,
Oh, they never met.
but they've never met.
That's cool.
Granny down there cracked 100, and Granny that just moved here from Cali, she 87, 88, something like that. We got to sit down and chop it up for a little second, so that was dope. Got a picture of them two together, which I never thought I'd be able to take. So, yeah, you know,
I feel you.
it was alright, man. I can't complain. Can't do too much complaining.
I ain't doing nothing but cleaning.
Man,
Got a new floor put in the
yeah,
front.
you got new
Got
floors.
a new floor put in the front room and
Floor like hardwood or like
hardwood. like
okay,
this.
okay.
And then took care of a lot of the little necessary little tree limbs and shit that need to be moved.
Man, I had took care of all of that until this storm came through today. Now I got tree limbs all over the place. I got to get up, I'm gonna go out there and mess with them tomorrow.
Ah, yeah. That happened to me today.
Is it supposed to rain tomorrow?
No.
All right.
No, yeah, it is.
I'm gonna
It's
try.
not supposed to thunderstorm like it did, but it's supposed to rain.
I'm gonna try and get up in the morning, go get them all out of there.
It's at 79%, so I hope it's like during the day.
Oh my lord. We got a couple RIPs to touch on, don't we?
The only one I know of is Sir Sly Stone.
Yep. Sly
Who
Stone.
else passed? I'm pretty sure it's somebody.
Yeah, I got this one more. Sly Stone, the legendary musician and frontman of Sly and the Family Stone, passed at 82 years old. Long life lived. He was a heck of a musician and trendsetter,
Big trendsetter.
super trendsetter. And then one of my old OG crushes, man, Ananda Lewis from Teen Summit and all that back in down BT.
Wow, for real?
Yeah,
When she passed?
a few days ago. She had a 4 or 5 year battle with breast cancer.
Yeah.
She passed at 52. I used to love Ananda Lewis. Her, you remember her?
Yeah.
I used to love Ananda Lewis.
I didn't hear nothing about that.
Yeah, she got diagnosed in like 2020 or 21 because I know one of the things she was saying in like some more recent interviews was like how hard it was to like get treatment and decide what treatment to do because COVID.
Right.
You know how it all happened around the same time, and she ended up losing her. She left behind like a 14-year-old son too, man.
How old was she? She was 15?
52.
I said 15.
Yeah, 52. Nanda Lewis, boy, I used to love that girl, man. I watched Teen Summit just for her. I didn't care about nothing they was talking about on there.
What was the lady's name on the reggae show?
Oh man, the Caribbean,
Queen or whatever. I forgot what they called her, but yeah, that was my favorite.
yeah,
She was my favorite.
she was dope.
And I had a secret crush on Big Lex from the basement.
Yeah, Big Les.
Big Les, big. I don't.
Yeah,
I
Big Les,
can't.
that's a big old titty. She be doing all that dancing. Remember that was her on
I used to think she was Sugar T.
Oh, okay.
I used to think she was Sugar T. I just thought that she was Sugar T. But she changed her name to go on BET.
You remember Living Single? Where the chick be doing all the dancing in the background, like the silhouette?
In the beginning?
Yeah.
That's her?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, alright. Go back and watch the Living Single, man.
Had a crush on her
On
too.
Tubi.
Had a crush on her too. She's big old.
Yes, she did. Big old chocolate memories.
Yeah.
Chocolate.
Oh man, I think that's it for the RIPs. Oh no, and friend of mine, man, a long time ago, my homeboy Corey. He caught word the other day that he passed. I don't know how. I don't know what happened,
Sorry to hear that.
but he did. And that was my guy. You know, it's one of them. You know, sometimes you real cool with somebody like for a small window in time, but it was like that little window of time was like a bunch of crazy stuff happened, so it's
Yeah.
real memorable.
Yeah.
Man, me and Corey, we probably rode tough for about 2 years, man. But the craziest things happened in 2 years. Then we kind of lost contact, and every time we see each other, it was still all love. But somebody knew how we got down and informed me the other day. So man, rest in peace. Prayers to his family.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. Corey. R.I.P. All right, that's enough of that. Shit, fuck damn. Jesus Christ. All
Kind of
right.
hard to do,
Mm-hmm.
especially with shit.
Yeah.
Shit should not be considered
I
a
know.
curse
I
word.
know. What's the first thing we're going to talk about, brother?
About these two hikers.
What happened with them?
This is just some weird stuff. It says two lost hikers reported a friend dead in New York. The ranger learns they were actually on mushrooms.
So they hallucinated the whole thing.
I believe. I never read it.
Oh, man. Come on, read
I
it.
seen it and I was just like, this is going to be a good
Yeah,
one.
read it.
It says, what began as a fun Memorial Day trip through New York's Adirondack, I never heard of this word, high peaks, for a group of friends turned into another kind of trip. A ranger was dispatched to Cascade Mountain on Saturday that day at 9 a.m. after two hikers called 911 to report that a third person who was hiking with them had died. It says the two then reportedly ran into a Cascade Summit steward who is a part of the park program that works to help visitors and keep the mountain ecosystems healthy,
Okay.
and told them what happened, or their little story, and that they were lost.
Okay.
So once the ranger arrived on scene, the steward told them that the two hikers were in an altered mental state, having allegedly ingested hallucinogenic mushrooms. These types of well, we already know.
Magic.
And so it says, but it can hold on. Wait. Anyway, so the third hiker also contacted officials confirming they were alive and uninjured. The third hiker was escorted back to the campsite while the two others were taken to an ambulance where police was waiting.
Oh, so the third hiker was real.
He was
He
real.
just didn't die.
He didn't die. He just afraid of, got
Yeah.
separated from them.
Yeah.
And I guess he went on a journey and they went on a bad trip
Yeah.
because he left. So they thought he died.
Yeah, they was on a roller coaster.
Yeah.
He was on a roller coaster. Speaking of almost dying, man, you hear about R. Kells?
No.
I mean,
One thing I heard about R. Kelly is I forgot what they said about him, but it wasn't about dying.
yeah, he overdosed in jail.
On what? The Glock Dookie?
Nope, said the jail gave him too much of his prescribed medicine
Oh.
because he was in
He was
like,
supposed to sell that shit.
no, he was in like solitary confinement. He wasn't
He wasn't even no popular.
he wasn't even in population, and they doubled him up. R. Kelly been reportedly rushed to the hospital over overdosing in jail. He claims staff knowingly gave him life-threatening doses of his prescription medicine. He then his lawyers and all that was I guess they've been denying him health, health something about something going on with his legs.
Mm.
So when he came out of the overdose thing, because they had taken him to a real hospital,
Yeah.
he told them about his legs. They looked and found like blood clots in his legs or something like that. And according to his lawyers, the prison, the doctor said they needed to do surgery on him. The prison said fuck all that and took him back to jail. And he's got like motions in saying that they're basically trying to take him out the game because they're refusing surgery
Yeah,
he
surgery,
needs
yeah.
for because blood clots ain't no joke. Them motherfuckers shake and bake.
treatment.
Huh?
Inhumane treatment.
Yeah, the blood clots ain't no joke. That's how my grandfather passed. The blood clot broke free in his leg and traveled up to his heart and stalled him out.
Damn.
Hmm. So yeah, he's making a push to try and I don't know if he's trying to get to another prison or if he's trying to get some compassionate release type thing. But you know, when stuff like that happens, man, it's your lawyer's team to try and take full advantage of all of that.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So
You. Man.
hope you're all right, Kills, man.
He'll be all right.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
At least that was a mistake, but I got a big mistake.
Uh-oh.
I thought this was going to be a fecal, but it turned out it's not. It's happening, I believe, in Memphis. It says a man said he shot his new girlfriend in the head with a shotgun
Oh my lord.
because he thought she was a man with dreads.
Oh.
So it says a man offered an excuse of mistaken identity for the recent shooting death of his girlfriend. D'Angelo Mitchell, 27, stands accused of one count of murder in the second degree after, I'm going to say Jira Smith, 23, a mother of three, died from a close-range shotgun blast during the early morning on May 23rd. So the victim was found with a lone shotgun wound to the head right outside the front door of Mitchell's second floor apartment on East Georgia Avenue in Memphis. So it was in Memphis. Inside the apartment,
Not shoddy.
yeah, it says inside the apartment, police found one spent shotgun shell, according to the affidavit. The defendant, however, was initially nowhere to be seen. Mitchell was arrested after turning himself in later that same day. It says during the custodial interview, the defendant waived his Miranda rights, blah, blah, blah. He says that he offered a version of events where he was awakened by voices outside his apartment and knocking on his front door. Mitchell identified the voices as a male and female, so he armed himself with a shotgun. It says that the fatal shot was fired after some kind of an argument. When the door opened, the defendant squeezed the trigger, and he allegedly said because he thought he saw a man with dreads, without recognizing who he shot, Mitchell said he disposed of the shotgun and left the scene.
Mm.
And shit. It says,
Killed his girl.
Killed his girl.
I wonder if that was really an accident.
Yeah, he was detained in the Shelby County Jail on $760,000 bond, and he's slated to appear on June 9th, which was shit a minute ago.
Yeah, you know, it's been a couple weeks.
But yeah, he thought his girlfriend was a person with dreads,
Man.
and she had a slick down.
See, that's what I'm saying. I wonder if he actually, like, if he just really blew his girl brains off. I don't know.
That's what she looked like. No dreads, no.
Yeah. I wonder if he, like, really, if she really, like, if he, like, did that on purpose or if it was really, like, mistaken identity. Or if he was, like, really drunk or high or something.
Or he probably had some motherfuckers after him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
It was
saying?
two.
He probably did some bullshit.
Trigger finger was itchy.
Yep. He probably did do it on accident, but, you know, who's to tell?
I ain't got no.
Because it said after an argument. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So if you had to clearly hear and see, and you know, you tell me you know your girl's voice. So
Yeah.
he knew what he was doing. He thought he could get away with it.
I ain't got no real details on this because it just happened, but it's just crazy. The feds just did a big, like, child exploitation bust in North Texas. like the trafficking rings and
Yeah.
shit. They rescued 109 missing children and arrested 244 people in this operation.
Damn.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
it was
I want
called.
to know the ethnicity of these children.
Yeah, it was called Operation Sortia Shield.
Tortilla shield.
Sortira
Oh, okay.
Shield.
Like you said, tortilla.
No,
What's they making quesadillas?
but nigga, but I'm looking at the people that they arrested, and it's majority of a couple black people sprinkled in there, but it's majority white folks and Mexicans.
Yeah, I don't get that. I don't get all
If you
that.
look at some of the mug shots, bro, it's all.
That's crazy. How do you get that through your head? And then probably some of the people didn't know what they was doing. They was probably just the transporting you, and they just, I'll move anything for you, or
Yeah.
they had the cartel on their ass.
Yeah. But you know,
I'm just speculating. I don't know.
Yeah, a lot of them might have been involved in it, but I mean, they said they rescued 109
Yeah, 109.
kids. Bro, 109 children is a lot of.
It's a lot of kids.
That's a lot of kids, bro.
A lot of kids inside the wall.
That's like 7 fifth grade classes.
Yeah. You ever seen the movie Sicario?
I don't think
It's
so.
on Netflix. It came out like 2015. Very fucked up, stupid movie. But at the beginning of the movie, they found like this house with like kids in the wall.
Oh no.
Yeah, like the whole house was covered with dead kids in the wall.
Oh Lord.
It was worse than that movie Running Scared.
No, I have seen that. Sicario. Yeah, I have seen it.
Okay.
Yeah, I have seen that.
It sucks.
Yeah. That's why I try to forget it.
Yes, what's that nigga name? Daniel Kaluuya? Is that how you say his name? Nigga from Get Out.
Oh, the black dude.
Is it Daniel Kaluuya? Something like that?
Something like that.
He was in it. He was like her little friend or whatever. Well, they worked on the same
Yeah.
federal team. But yeah, that shit's crazy, man.
109 kids.
109 kids.
244 arrests.
That's crazy.
That's a lot of.
That's 2 people, and then
Every
plus
kid.
for every kid. Yeah,
Yeah, it's 2.2 people for every kid.
nasty motherfuckers.
Nasty motherfuckers. Top tier grossness.
Like, what are you? I don't even want to know. Because once
Yeah,
you
no, no.
ask, you'll find out.
Yeah,
I don't want to find
I
out.
don't want to bury them all under the jail, though.
Oh, definitely.
And hopes and prayers for all them kids that was rescued, because I know they are all traumatized.
Hell yeah. Like, way over.
Traumatic as hell.
Hold on, my bad. I'm trying to get past these fecals.
Yeah, I got a bunch of them. I got an overwhelming amount of them.
There it is. Okay. This next one is Ghosted. So, it's a man who won $3.6 million lottery jackpot says girlfriend took the money and ghosted him. Now, I don't know how the fuck she did all that. We about to read it.
Yeah, I need to know this.
Says a man is suing his ex-girlfriend after she allegedly took their joint $3.6 million lottery winning ticket and ghosted him.
Oh, she just took the ticket.
That's what it's saying.
I thought they had already cashed it in, and she took the money after that.
Yeah, that's what I'm
She
thinking.
just dipped off with the ticket.
Says Lawrence Campbell of Winnipeg, Canada, filed a lawsuit against his ex-partner, Crystal Ann McKay, as well as Western Canada Lottery Corporation and Manitoba Liquor and Lotteries in May. Campbell claimed that he purchased the lotto ticket on January 19, 2024. At the time, Campbell and McKay were in a loyal, committed, and promising relationship. I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure you were.
The lawsuit claimed Campbell handed McKay the ticket for safekeeping, stupid, as he had lost his wallet. He forgot about the purchase until he found the ticket on the floor at a friend's house days later. Who the fuck? Well, okay, whatever. Campbell scanned the ticket's barcode on his phone, and that's when they found out he won, so they didn't know it was a winning ticket. All right, I see how the neglection was. I thought he already knew. He couldn't believe it. He had won the lotto. What the fuck is 649? The lotto 649 jackpot, whatever that is. The couple called friends and family to share their news before heading to a nearby Shoppers Drug Mart, where a video was recorded verifying their win of $5 million Canadian dollars. According to the lawsuit, some of the Western Canadian Canada Lottery Corporation told the couple that Campbell would not be eligible to collect the winnings because he didn't have a valid government issued ID. They were advised to have McKay collect their jackpot on the couple's behalf. So at a news conference held January 30th of 24, the couple claimed the prize money in a giant check written out to her. So it was really overwhelmingly exciting. McKay said at the time, noting that the ticket was a birthday gift from Campbell. Oh, she called it a birthday gift.
Oh no.
He probably did, thinking it wasn't gonna hit shit. She said she had been asking me for 3 weeks to get a ticket, but I never wanted to get one. Then he drove by one, and I was like, okay, I might as well do it for her right now. Says McKay then deposited the winnings into her account because Campbell didn't have one. That's 2 strikes, nigga. You ain't got no ID and you ain't got no bank account.
Yeah.
It says in the days after the win, the lawsuit alleged McKay didn't return to the hotel room she and Campbell were sharing. It says Campbell states that day he set out to visit a few of her known. Who wrote this? I guess he's looking for her known spots where she would party, and sure enough, after some investigation, he found her in bed with another guy.
She wouldn't get that.
She wouldn't get the real ding-a-ling.
She wouldn't get that ding-a-ling she been sitting on the side and told him we rich.
Yeah, like in a casino.
Yeah.
McKay allegedly told Campbell she wanted to end their relationship so she could be with the new guy. She then stopped taking Campbell's calls and answering his messages, blocked him on social media, and took out an order of protection against him. Because now she got the money to do it.
Oh, my Lord.
Campbell says he was given bad advice by the Western Canada Lottery Corporation, which failed to warn him of the risk of having McKay sign the winning ticket. He should have signed it too.
Yeah.
Then stopped at... hold on. Campbell says he was given bad... hold on. Okay, this is because it's the end, I believe. Yeah. It says McKay's attorney, whoever he is, told the place that Ms. McKay disputes the allegations made against her in the statement of claim and will be filing a statement of defense.
Wow.
He ain't getting that money back. He fucked up.
Yeah.
Boy, you fucked up.
Yeah, you fucked up bad.
Fucked up.
Yeah.
And now you can't sue nobody?
No, not really.
But damn, she could at least break him off $1 million.
That's my thing, bro.
Like, he did at least buy the ticket.
That's my thing. Like, this is always like the age-old, just a different scenario, but it's always like the age-old question, like, if somebody gives you $20 to go play the lottery or to go gamble, and you hit for $1 million, how much do you give the person that gave you the money?
10%.
My go-to is always half.
Half? I feel you.
Half of whatever the payout is.
Right.
Because if it's $1 million, the payout's more than likely somewhere around 6 or 7 hundred. Yeah, I'm gonna give you half of that.
I feel you.
Like, here you go.
Like in the casino. Before I knew about a coattail, I never heard of it.
What's a coattail?
Like, so a coattail is basically different from what you just talking about earlier. Like, so if somebody give you the money, that's different.
Okay.
A coattail is like y'all, like say me and you go to the casino, and I bust up for like $2,200.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I would give you $100 just because you came with me out of good luck.
Yeah.
It wasn't my money to begin with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But since you came with me, I'm like, well, shit, here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna spread the love. That's the coattail.
Okay.
I never knew about that. My thing though is I'm only giving out coattails if I'm over 1,000.
Yeah. Yeah. If it's $400-$500, it's my money.
It's my money. It's bills.
Yeah.
I just happen to win. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, if it's over $1,000 or something like that, I always give a coattail.
Yeah. I remember one time, I can tell the story now. I won't say the names, but one of me and my guys years ago, this is upwards of 22, 23, 24 years ago now. 'Cause it's right around the millennium, like 2000, 2001 in there. Me and one of my guys is on some bullshit. And we found a brick of goat. Found it
Oh wow.
in someone's garage.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna say, was it heavily wrapped? You just found it outside.
We was up to something we wasn't supposed to be doing.
Understood.
And we was in a garage and we found a backpack.
Ah.
And we had got a few other things and we took this backpack. And we got the backpack and there was a couple pounds of bud in there and a brick of, and we went through the whole scenario of busting it down, cooking it, getting hit in the and finally we reached out to somebody to buy them motherfuckers. At the time, I think we got like 12 grand for it. And we just split that shit halfway down the middle, and because that wasn't neither one of our game at the time.
No.
We're like, nigga, we gonna fuck all this up. Neither one of us know how to cook. Neither one of us. Which the crazy part is, shortly after that, I got into that world and became a hell of a cook. And if I'd have known what I knew
Back then.
I could have bounced that motherfucker back. But man, yeah, and it was my guy that I finally was a lot older than me. Like I was always real young, running around with.
I know what you're talking about.
And but we busted that motherfucker down, man. I was running around this bitch. That was the most money I'd ever seen in my life at that point in time. It was probably more realistically, probably like the late 90s, like 98, 99, because I wasn't driving this shit yet. That's why we was on feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this was.
That's back when the sheriffs was in town.
Yeah, I'm 12, 13 years old, goddammit. With 6 grand.
Shit.
And we kept the bows. And I nickeled and dimed that off all around here in Carriage House for months. Like, you know, nigga, trap wasn't booming, nigga. I'm 13 years old with nickel sacks already.
Nobody trust you yet.
Yeah.
I'm like, what this little nigga doing?
Pocket full of nickel bags. Fattest nickel bags in the city. Five. Just grabbing nickel bags out the sky. On a little string.
Call me Nickelback Johnson.
Oh, man. You remember the dumbass song, the Whip and Nay song?
Yeah. That's why I whip.
And why you nay. Nigga, they just gave that nigga 30 years.
What?
The Whip and Nay nigga.
What the fuck he do? Who we whipping?
His name is Cilantro, nigga. He killed his cousin.
His name is what?
Cilantro.
Cilantro. Call this nigga a Mexican herb.
Cilantro. Nigga, he is known for Watch Me Whip, Watch Me Nay.
Was that his only hit?
Yep. Because he's been in jail since 2021.
Okay.
He killed his cousin in 2021. He was just sentenced the other day. He been in jail fighting it for the last.
How you fight something you did?
Well, you know, it's
I know.
the process.
I know.
And you getting shit, niggas. Plenty of niggas fight something they did. It ain't about what you know. It's about what you can prove.
I feel you. I feel you.
But yeah, his real name is Richard Hawk. He's 27 now. When that song came out, he was like 19 or 20. Richard Hawk, better known by his stage name Cilantro, pled guilty but mentally ill to charges of voluntary manslaughter, aggravated assault, possession of a firearm during the commission of a crime, and concealing the death of another.
You know what? I'll take that. The insanity type thing.
Yeah.
Even though, you know, a lot of people ain't gonna believe what I'm gonna say, but it is what it is. So he was the originator of that song, right? And you remember how that dance went, right?
Yeah.
And you know what that dance is from?
No.
That's the depiction of the Baphomet.
Oh, the what?
The Baphomet.
What's the Baphomet?
One of the I don't know if they're like different devils
Okay.
and spirit demons or whatever.
Oh, you done took us down a rabbit hole.
That's what I'm saying.
So you saying he might have had something like that in him?
The Nene was a motherfucker summoning. That's what the dance was. As above, so
I can
below.
dig that.
You know what I'm saying? As above, so below.
I
That's
can
why
dig
the
that.
dance went like that, and you get into your little groove. But you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. I'm speculating. I'm not saying that that's the truth, but since he claims insanity,
Listen, bro.
I can kind of see it.
Over the last week or two, I've been rewatching True Blood.
The Vampire series
Yeah.
that came on HBO, right?
Yeah.
I didn't get into that because I didn't have HBO at the time.
It's like 7 seasons of that shit.
Okay.
And it's so much of that type of shit in that show.
Oh, yeah.
Because, it's based in Louisiana, where all
A lot
that
of
shit
vampires
runs rapid.
Yeah.
So
Just
it's-
like
it's
Interview with the Vampire.
Yep, it's so many vampires, werewolves, Wiccans, fucking fairies. There's so much shit in there. But the way that they be breaking it down, they don't break it down on that show in like no weird gimmicky way. They break it down like the way it was told through
the
history, like
folklore,
how
yeah.
you talking about, like
Right.
the folklore shit, and doulas and all this
Yeah.
other. So I ain't never too far away from that shit.
Where's he from?
I don't know.
I want to say Louisiana.
I think so.
Because when they came out with that song and everybody was doing that dance, I'm like, where have I seen that dance before? And it's not a dance; it's like a sculpture of how it is, as above, so below. But they all in that same little squat, the same little position. You know what I'm saying?
He's from Atlanta,
Oh, he's from Atlanta. Okay.
but that ain't too far.
Nah, ain't too far, still south.
Yeah.
But yeah, I be looking at little shit like that. There was a couple other things that motherfuckers was doing, like the fingers over the eyes and all that.
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. A lot of that
They
shit.
throw their signs up and all that.
A lot of that shit's rooted in that. That's what they be saying. That's what they always trying to throw the Illuminati shit at. They be showing. You got your 3 hands like this. And
Like I just learned about Nana. Nana is another entity that motherfuckers was conjuring through the music. Because motherfucker was like, did y'all remember that one particular year where everybody came out with Nana songs? And I was like, oh shit.
Even Trey Songz said, "Whoa, na na na."
Yeah.
It's the way that
They
we
were
rock it,
they were
do our
said
thing.
to, they were said to be conjuring Nana. You know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't doubt it, bro.
Just like what's the name? Shock and Awe. You know what I'm saying? It sounds like shock and awe,
Yeah.
but shock and awe is another demon in the music and shit.
No, I wouldn't doubt it. I was that music. That music really be a pathway to different.
Oh yeah, different dimensions and frequencies.
Yeah.
Bro.
Have you seen Sinners yet?
I have not. I want to,
Nah, man, this
but I
is-
want to see a good copy.
It's
I don't
worth
want
seeing.
to see. I don't want to see the bullshit that on the. You know what I'm saying?
It's worth seeing. You should be able to get one now because now it's like available to rent on.
Oh, like on YouTube and
Yeah.
shit like that. Cool.
Yeah, it was on. I think you got on Prime for
Because when
rent.
you rent them, you keep them like a day or two, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you can rent or you can buy it. So, but it stayed in the theater longer than
Anything else?
a lot of movies have in a very long time. To the point where that's how I ended up going to. Because I went and saw it in the theater.
That's what's up.
I was trying to find it to rent, and it was nowhere around. So I put it up on my phone, and it pulled up Showtime. I was like, "This shit's still in the theater."
You know what? I'll watch it. What I'm not gonna watch is that. And I heard it got a good spin to it though. Straw. You watched it? You got? Yeah, I'm sorry. I brought up some. I can just hear it in your voice.
Hey man,
What happened?
I'm so sick of Tyler Perry and the black woman struggle, the crazy struggle, like it's so
Delusional. Yeah.
bro.
So
All right, boom.
I
So
wonder if you're about to say what I was thinking. Go ahead.
I want to hate the movie, but I can't because Taraji played the shit out of her role.
Okay.
So she really did her thing.
All right.
But
Did you cry?
no, fuck no. Fuck no twice.
You tear up a little
Nah,
bit.
fuck no. I teared up more watching goddamn Free Willy or some shit than I did watching that goofy shit. When that nigga, when he freed when the whale jumped
Yeah, I
over
know.
and Michael Jackson started playing, nigga, I about lost it. Nah, I'm bullshit. But the little twist at the end was cool. Like it was really unexpected.
Some M. Night Shyamalan shit.
But it was nah, cause fuck him. Fuck M. Night Shyamalan, Lama Lama Bang Bang. Fuck him. I hate him.
Six Sense was good.
That's the only one. That's my problem.
You ain't like The Village?
No. Old was okay. Signs was okay.
Mid-sized sedan.
That last shit, I didn't fuck with it at all.
What last shit?
The one where he was trying to capture the serial killer with the fake concert.
That was good.
It's called Trapped.
That was good.
It was.
My dude was the little concession stand nigga.
Yeah, that was good.
He was helping out Clifford.
It was all good until somehow the little pop singer bitch became a superhero.
Oh, by not climbing out of the bathroom
At
window
the
with all the
end.
cell phones?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was mad at that part.
And it was all good until I realized that whole movie was just him trying to promote his daughter's little singing career. That girl is his daughter. The actress. The little super pop singer.
Oh. Whose daughter?
That's M. Night Shyamalan's daughter.
I thought you were talking about the dude in the movie, my bad.
No.
Because he was with his daughter.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what?
No,
I'm like, no, I got you
The
now.
pop
I got you.
singer. That's M. Night
You know what?
Shyamalan's daughter.
That didn't make any damn sense and how it became her fucking brother that was in the house.
That's his daughter. So he needed her to be the star of it, even though she wasn't supposed to be the star of it.
She's not popular.
No, and it's him trying to make her popular.
It ain't gonna work.
No, because she's not talented. She wasn't a good singer or actress.
That bitch should have went out the window. She didn't go upstairs to go in the bathroom. She was on the main floor, and the nigga out in the limo was right there.
Because M. Night Shyamalan Bam Bam wrote that shit.
But the nigga's wife set him up, though.
What I take from the M. Night, she got him good. He knew damn well he didn't leave that shit at that house. What I take from the M. Night Shyamalan Bam Bam nigga is the same thing that Tyler Perry needs. A
What?
fucking co-writer.
Oh.
Sometimes when you left to your own devices and it's just you, you'll convince yourself that some shit is good that ain't good.
What?
You need someone else to go, you sure we want to do that? Well, what about this?
You know what I think happened? I think he gave somebody else a chance, but it's under his name, so he's gonna take the blame. But that person probably fired.
Who?
Whoever made the trap.
Man, no.
Not trap, but that movie.
Strong.
Straw.
I don't think they fired because I think it's pretty successful.
Oh, well, yeah.
From what I understand.
I don't, you know, I don't fuck with Tyler Perry that much. Like,
I mean, it's worth watching.
I like Tyler Perry when he was first. Like I said, I'm an underdog nigga. Once you make it, I don't really pay attention to you no more. I don't care about you. You've made it. You don't need my support. My dollars. Go on about your day. You're free.
It's somebody suing him right now on some sexual harassment.
Yeah, I seen that. Sexual harassment.
Yeah.
What do you do? Put on the Medea outfit and grab him by the dick?
I don't know, but it's a man.
Come here.
It's the nigga, he's a guest in the show The Oval. He got a show called The Oval that's on
like presidential type shit.
because you know he's got a full
Channel. He got his own. No, he don't got his own channel. He got a
the studio.
studio. Yeah.
He's got a full blown replica of the White House on his studio.
Oh wow.
I mean a full blown, like a lot of his show is filmed there, and then a lot of like other shows that you see where they are in the Oval Office and all that shit. Because he doesn't just have like a soundstage; he has a built
He got a.
replica of.
He got like acres, don't he?
He got an old military base.
That's what it was. Yeah. So I guess the next movie is Medea goes to the White House.
He said he ain't doing no deals no more. But I guess that show the Oval been on. I think it's on Oprah's network.
Okay, he ain't gonna do no more Medeas. That's what was making the money.
Shit, nah. Well,
Hello?
he got them shows
Hello?
now, man. he got
You're making the money for me.
yeah, it's 6 seasons of that shit.
Last time I seen Tyler Perry in at a play. It was about 05, 06. Madea goes to jail. I just wanted to see it because I wanted to see the nigga live before he blew the fuck up because he was on his way to blowing up.
Yeah,
And the tickets was only like $50 a piece. So
when I saw the nigga.
yeah, down at the Marat.
I'm just so sick of that motherfucking. I don't know, bro. I don't know. Something rubs me the wrong way about every depiction of a black woman in a Tyler Perry movie. They usually are like either like extremely like ratchet or they're
Very fucking what you call that shit? Not dominant, but the opposite.
yeah, like unbelievably submissive.
There
Like,
we go, submissive.
like
Thank
just doormats. Like
was that Why Did I Get Married?
Yeah.
Where they was on the plane or whatever. He told that bitch to walk or drive.
that was what he told Jill Scott.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Took his little girl, his assistant with him.
Yeah.
Nah,
Shit
nah,
like
that,
that, but it's like
that would have
unbelievable.
never happened.
It's so extreme.
That would have never happened.
Yeah, and so I got a problem with that. But I mean, you might want to check it out. The twist at the end is I won't
ain't
throw it
watching
off
it.
for you, but
I ain't about to get caught up in that fucking spell.
you know,
Once I seen niggas on TikTok crying over it, I was like, ooh, y'all got done up wrong.
well, don't cry about it. I
It
don't.
was niggas crying.
I don't think you'll cry about it. I think that's
I
some
know I
TikTok weird shit. But like I said, man, Taraji. But you know, Taraji's a good actress.
Yeah, she's a good actress.
So
I never had no bad words for her.
She did her thing. She did her thing.
I mean, Baby Boy was the jump off, so
Yeah, Baby Boy was a jump
she
off.
did better and better every time after that. So
Yep.
it's kind of like an Angela Bassett to me.
I love Angela Bassett. That's my OG crush.
I just want to lick one of her eyeballs. They so big.
That's craziness.
They big.
I got you. She got that ass back there. And she got them motherfucking arms. Angela in shape.
I want Vampire in Brooklyn, Angela Bassett. I don't want Tina Turner.
I personally think Angela Bassett started looking better the older she got. Because I wasn't a big fan of Tina Turner, Angela Bassett.
See, I think, yeah,
But like I watched
Vampire in Brooklyn was
911.
after that.
Yeah, I watched 911 religiously. Nigga, the old police officer Angela Bassett. I had knocked them 60-some-odd-year-old cakes to smithereens, bro. Her little husband is a lucky nigga, bro.
Yeah.
Lucky.
I tell you who took one of my crushes.
Who?
T.I.
Who's your crush?
His wife, Tiny.
Tiny?
When she was in Escape.
Miss Piggy?
She was my favorite one in Escape. And then when she got older, it was just like, what the fuck
Because
was
she
this?
did all that plastic surgery shit to herself.
Oh, that what it was?
Fucked her
That's not
face up.
natural?
Mm-mm.
I thought that was some natural shit.
Hell
that happened.
no, nigga. Tiny is a motherfucking rubber doll. Fake butt, fake face, fake
Who was
tits,
that?
fake.
Joan Rivers?
Yeah. I always like Candy.
Oh, I did too, but she was just she was my favorite.
Yeah, I like the dark skin, you know. And the other dark skin one was kind of chunky. I don't like them chunky, so I like the Candy big lip raggedy ass.
Big lip, raggedy. Damn.
Shit.
Who was talking? Did PD was talking about them? Or were they talking about
Jermaine Dupri.
It was Jermaine
He
Dupri.
was talking about how hard it was to market them because they weren't attractive. And I know he didn't mean to say it like that. He was just, if you ever,
But they had a lot of competition back then.
well, bro, if you ever listen to Jermaine Dupri talk,
He's just straightforward.
he's very blunt.
Yeah, he don't care.
He's very, very blunt, and he doesn't. He usually has to come back and apologize for things he said.
Oh, like Charles Barkley?
Yeah, because you
The
know,
San
it's,
Antonio bitches?
yeah. He said they want me to come on here and apologize, and what I'm not gonna do. But that's what he was saying. He was like, man, at the time, I needed to, because he was talking about how he ended up like dressing them more tomboyish
Yeah.
and switching. He was like, because like you said, he's like, there's so much in Vogue and all this. There was so much
SWV.
competition in SWV. He was like, and he didn't feel like they was attractive enough to go that lane. Not that they was ugly, but
Nah,
they
but
wasn't.
them bitches was like supermodels.
Yeah,
Yeah.
them bitches was cold.
These just little motherfuckers that can sing from the hood.
Yeah. So he was saying how he was trying to figure out how to market them.
But then he adapted that from TLC, right?
Kinda, yeah.
Because they was coming out. They was the first group that I seen that was tomboyish and but still feminine.
And you know,
We had them bitches like Jodeci boots and jerseys.
well,
And shit.
and this how it kind of came from it. Because if you ever listen to the story, Left Eye was living with Jermaine Dupri before there was a TLC.
Because she was a rapper.
Just on some homeboy shit.
Oh, they just knew each other. I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
And she ended up getting into TLC with Dallas Austin and them and becoming that. So he kind of,
And Pebbles.
yeah. So he kind of, kind of embodied her swag a little bit when he was,
Oh, so it wasn't just TLC. It was Left Eye alone.
yeah.
Wow.
Because if you look at how Escape dressed, just
Yeah.
think of somebody that's been around Crisscross and Left Eye,
Yeah.
and that's what.
Okay. Makes a lot more sense too.
Because when you was talking about the Crisscross niggas, he was like, nigga, them niggas wasn't even rappers when I found them. He said they was just cool ass little kids at the mall that bitches liked a lot. He said when I found them, the bitches was so frantic over the little niggas. He said I walked up to him and asked them, nigga, what do y'all do? Who are y'all? And they was like, nigga, we just do whatever we doing. He was like, nigga, I had to like kind of force them to be rappers. He was like, because bro, at the time, being a rapper wasn't like an ideal,
Nah, it wasn't an ideal hobby.
like it is now.
Yeah.
Niggas hadn't seen enough success in it.
Everybody's more singing.
Yeah.
You had like Another Bad Creation.
Well, because if you think down there at the time,
Not
the
ABC,
big deal down there in
Immature.
Atlanta was L.A. Reid and Babyface with LaFace Records,
Right.
which is all the R&B shit.
Right.
So like you said, everybody is,
Everybody's trying to be singers.
yeah.
You got Silk.
Yeah, all these
H-Town.
niggas, H-Town, Silk, like you said, Another Bad Creation,
Immature.
yep, I mean, mature, like,
You know what I'm saying? Wasn't nobody trying to be rappers.
yeah, so like he was saying that, like he had to like convince the niggas like to be rappers and like, they put together, he was like, and then they finally, he was like, and then they did a couple, little songs that kind of hit a little bit, was getting them like locally famous, and he said he told them niggas one day like, man, you niggas is trendsetters enough right here that y'all can do almost anything, but we need to stand out a little bit more. Like, put your clothes on backwards. So them niggas was like, why would we do that? He was like, why not? And they did it, and then here we go.
They started off a real good trend.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
But so when you listen to that nigga talk, man, he just be talking about the rawest form of what he was doing to get motherfuckers. Because, you know, he's like a real hip hop head. He was like a break dancer.
Since he was young.
He had been on tour all on. He was like a break dancer and had figured out how to make beats and doing. He was like, man, that whole shit. He was like, nigga, Left Eye was sleeping in a closet at his mother's house. He was like, she wasn't supposed to be there, so she was in the closet, like a bigger closet, like in there sleeping at night, because it was okay for her to be there during the day, but like she was supposed to have left,
Right.
and I'm sneaking her in the closet. Yeah, you get to. So if you get to talk, listen to that nigga talk, and that's the one thing I hate about the internet, cause like that particular interview, the nigga dropped so many jewels about so much fly shit.
Yeah.
And they was like,
overlook it and
and they
pick
was
out
like,
one
nigga said Escape ugly. Like,
That's the only thing that left.
yeah,
The only information that left. I mean, he did all this other shit.
yeah.
But he definitely said y'all niggas was ugly. Especially you.
Especially you.
It was Joe Gage.
I think he ended up like being in like a relationship with Candy, if I'm mistaken.
Hey, I don't blame him. Shit, probably why she nasty.
Yeah.
And he found out she was nasty, and he was like, "Shit, I could do this."
And he said, "Oh shit, the big lip dusty motherfucker freakazoid."
So that nigga came out with the little church boy outfit on. with them little shoes and the frilly socks and the shorts.
And that's when their fashion shit go wrong, cause they showed that outfit up close, and the socks wasn't like frilly, like it looked.
It looked like it.
But on TV, it looked like that. Like he showed a picture, like that's not how those look, because it was like an all Gucci outfit. But no, I was like, nigga, well, that's how it came
That
across.
nigga was missing the bundle of books with the leather
Yeah,
strap.
yeah.
And the apple for the teacher.
And nigga looked like, good day, sir.
Good day.
Good day.
How are you today, my good man?
Yeah, good day, sir. Look just like that nigga.
Yeah, Charles.
It's about that time, man, bro. You got any currents?
I got one more.
Okay, because I'm all out. Let's run through that bitch and take a
This
break.
one was supposed to be fecal, but I don't know how to feel about it. It's overdose. It says a Mooresville woman arrested for selling drugs that led to fatal overdose at an Indianapolis gym. It says a Mooresville woman has been charged after she reportedly sold drugs that led to a fatal overdose in an Indianapolis gym in November of 2024. According to the court documents filed in Marion County last month, 41-year-old Heather Bradford was charged with one count of dealing in a controlled substance, resulting in death, a level 1 felony.
What should have gave that nigga?
Bradford was arrested on Friday in the Indianapolis Metropolitan Police Department's Overdose Death Task Force alongside the U.S. Drug Enforcement
Because there
Administration.
is a task force for that now.
Okay. And the Indiana State Police. On November 8th, 2024, officers with IMPD's Southeast District responded to a call of a death investigation at a gym located at the 8700 block of Hardigan Street. I don't know where that is. When officers arrived, they reportedly located 39-year-old Derek Sink, who was unresponsive. Sink was pronounced dead on the scene, and the Marion County Coroner's Office found his cause of death to be narcotics overdose. It says more charges filed against Brownsburg Daycare. Hold on, that's something else. As part of the task force investigation, detectives identified Bradford as the suspect who allegedly provided Sink with his drugs. Late last month, the Marion County Prosecutor's Office filed charges against Bradford, who was located at a gas station in Mooresville. It says these are extremely challenging and emotional heavy investigations, but are vital in our effort to combat the ongoing overdose epidemic. That's the Indiana Chief Chris Bailey. It says the release said that as of May 2025, the department has made 5 arrests for dealing in controlled substance resulting in death. The department also has made 2 arrests for reckless homicide related to fatal overdose investigations. They never said what she gave him.
It's an opioid of some sort.
They don't say nothing that she gave him, but
It's an opioid of some sort.
it had to be.
Gave him one of them bad. They don't like saying that fentanyl shit, but it's probably something that had that fent in it.
Mm-hmm.
Cause
Or touched
now,
it.
Yeah, now they got that. Like that's a real thing. They got. If they could track a overdose back to you.
Yeah. Like Mac Miller.
Yeah.
That's why his dude got his dealer.
Yeah, man. Buddy that played Omar from The Wire.
I was just seeing the Michael White.
Michael J. White. Michael whatever. Yeah, he.
That is his name, ain't it?
I don't know.
I just said Michael White. I think this is his name.
It's MK something. Michael K. something.
Yeah, Michael K. White.
Is it White or Williams?
Oh, it might be Williams. I don't know why I'm thinking White.
Williams. Michael Kenneth Williams. Damn, he died in 2001. It's been 4 years.
It's been that long?
Yeah.
I feel like yesterday.
I know.
I thought it was just a
I'm
year
a
ago.
real big fan of that guy.
He's a good actor. Very
It's
good actor.
sometimes, man, it's like he's still around because they
be showing the documentaries on YouTube.
they show on Spike TV. They show that the underground shit he was that show he was doing. They show it all the time.
Talking about where he was standing there with the nigga with the mask on, had the 2 pit bulls and shit, and they was in the building.
Yeah,
Yeah, I seen that shit. That shit was cold.
They but they can track. They just locked Buddy up too. The one that the nigga that from Friends that died.
From Friends?
From the show Friends.
Oh, fuck. Not Matt LeBlanc.
They found him dead in this like jacuzzi.
Oh, he died?
Uh,
Not Masterson. Fuck. Dude. Is it Chandler?
I believe so.
Yeah, he was Chandler.
Which one is it?
Oh, yeah, they did find him dead. I forgot
Was
about
it,
that.
was it
shit.
Matthew Perry?
Matthew Perry, thank you. Is it?
Yeah,
think so,
Matthew
yeah.
Perry. Yeah, Matthew Perry. They found a nigga that gave him whatever he took and locked his ass up too. But that's the thing. If they can track you down, because motherfuckers be overdosing, they be going through their phone.
Yep.
And if they can track it down to you, you catch the M.
That's crazy. I think everybody should be responsible for their own shit, but
When they trying to, because what the problem is, which I do understand, the problem is, motherfuckers is getting different shit than what they buying.
yeah,
If my habit is fucking crack, and you sprinkle fentanyl all over my crack, because that's one of the arguments they was having. They was calling them overdoses, and niggas was like, these are not overdoses, these are poisonings. Because nigga, you did not give me what I purchased.
you gave me something more than what I
Yeah,
wanted.
if you come and buy some bud for me, and I sprinkle rat poison all over the bud, and you die, you didn't die from smoking bud.
Nah,
So
That's
you
true.
you did make your choice. You wanted to smoke some bud. I put some bullshit in the game.
nah, I feel you on that. Too. I ain't think about it like that.
Yeah, if you just get some good old heroin and do too much of it, nigga, that's your business.
Now, like if that cop died, I know you seen that one.
When the nigga that touched the fentanyl
Nah,
and
he didn't
fell
touch.
out,
He didn't touch that shit. The nigga smoked it.
did he?
Yeah. Oh, you ain't seen that one?
No.
My dude, that's why I said he was doing the reverse Muslim. The nigga's legs, his feet was right here, and he's back bent with the pipe in his hand like this on the ground on the bathroom floor.
The cop?
They found him in the police substation.
He in this. He got.
He tried to smoke it in the substation.
I bet he got hooked on that shit, touching and fucking around
Well,
with it.
that's not what it was. He was actually smoking not fentanyl. What's the other shit? Meth. He was actually smoking meth. And what happened was, so he robbed. Basically, he robbed a motherfucker.
Yeah, 'cause that's what they be doing.
He arrested somebody that
Had
had
a
a
bag.
pipe. No, he had a pipe. It pieced together. He had a pipe. So he had a pipe. Then he arrested somebody who he thought had meth.
And it was the other shit.
It was meth laced with
Fentanyl.
fentanyl.
And he
So
smoked it up.
He went to go smoke it, and they found him in the bathroom on reverse Muslim. That's why I say he was like this, leaned back, but his two legs, he's like a cartoon character.
Jesus
His
Christ.
feet was out like Captain Crunch.
Yeah.
But they was right here, next to his ribs.
You know the crazy part, man, it ain't hard to get hooked on that shit.
No, it's
bro.
not.
And a lot of motherfuckers don't, and they should know, but a lot of motherfuckers don't know, man. You can get, and a lot of those like body dependent drugs, like meth, heroin, shit like that. Like especially, that's why them opioids are so fucking dangerous, man. Cause
There,
you
you
can,
can get it. Man, that shit's scary.
well, because you can be taking that shit for pain
That's what I'm saying. That shit's
and
scary.
get, bro. I think I've talked about it on here before, but if I haven't, here we go for the new listeners. I had 2 separate incidents where I realized I was hooked on opiates and had to
Wean yourself
wean
up.
myself off. The first one was from when I got shot. The second one was from when I had the most
surgery.
recent abdominal surgery.
But see, that's understandable though. It's like
Well, cause see,
you got to stay on them until
that's the problem.
yeah, and then
and
your body's already done. took it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, okay, so when I got shot, my understanding of it wasn't as great as it was on the second surgery. So my winging off on the second surgery was more intentional. When I got shot, I had to realize I was a dope fiend.
Yeah.
'Cause-
Potentially because
Yeah.
you're
No. I was a dope fiend.
yeah.
They had took me off of the shit. I
You
was
still going to get it.
yeah.
I got you.
And no. My bad. 3 times. When I blew my knee, was the first time. That's when I was a dope fiend. I was trading. I had found and it slipped in on me quick. They had, I broke my knee. Like I dislocated my shit. My knee was over here. My knee had their surgery and all this other shit. So I was on all these meds, and they took me off of them. And at the time, I had access to a lot of reefer, and I found someone who had prescriptions for opioids, but preferred reefer. So we would just trade.
Oh, that's cool. Not cool for you, but
That was the problem. It was just too cool. It was too smooth. It wasn't. It wasn't dope fiend shit.
yeah, there was no resistance.
Yeah, it wasn't dope fiend shit. I know they stopped giving me. I'm talking to him one day, man. They cut my prescription off, man, for my leg. The shit still hurt, boom, boom. Ah, man, I get Vikes and whatchamacallits every 30 days, but I don't like them, man. I like to smoke more. Oh, well, how much Whoopty Whoops would you give me for the Whoopty Whoop? Oh, man, well, when you get your prescription, just bring me the pills and I give you the.
Right.
So it was like I was still getting it from the doctor. And I was taking them as prescribed.
Right.
I wasn't taking them to get high. I was taking them for pain. But you know, when you're taking them like that, anything, you don't realize the pain. You never quite sense how much pain you're really in because
Right.
you're in a constant state
Feeding yourself the
yeah.
tranquilizer, yeah.
Man, I ended up on full blown dope fiend stats. Not enough to where I lost anything or anything like that, but like I had to catch myself, I had to wean myself off. So when I got shot, I was on them and I realized I was hooked on them, and I purposely didn't started not taking them at the time I was supposed to take them to see how much pain I was still really in. And then I'd be like, oh my God, I'm still really in pain. Still take them. And then, so by the time the stomach surgery came around, the last stomach surgery came around, I was stopped taking them purposely to see how much pain I was really in. Then I started taking 800 milligram ibuprofens. And when I got to the point where the 800 milligram ibuprofens could make it livable, I sold the rest of them pills and told that doctor I don't need no more of them shits.
Yeah, shit. I don't like taking no pain pills.
Yeah, because I was on dope fiend mode.
Like even if my mouth hurts, shit, I just deal with the pain. I just want the irritation to stop. I don't want.
I'm usually like that, but them motherfuckers, the knee and the shooting and the abdominal surgery, bro, I had to have them
That
motherfuckers.
time when I hurt my leg real bad, my ankle more so, and I got it Dilaudid from somebody, my first one, because they was just like, it's gonna take the pain away.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did more than take the pain away.
Yeah.
It made me crazy because I'm sitting there walking around like normal. I'm like, hold up. I know that I'm hurt.
Just wrong.
You know what I'm saying?
They had
I didn't feel like nothing.
when I got shot, we discovered that regular Vicodin, you know, like that shit make a lot of people sleepy.
Yeah.
Reverse effect on me. It's like a caffeine pill, but it's like a caffeine pill, and I don't feel no pain. So I ended up hurting myself again because I'm running around this motherfucker active and agile
Yeah.
in no pain. But like you said, I'm fucked up. Man, they ended up having to put me on I think they call Narcos,
Narcos.
where they're Vicodins with codeine in them.
Yeah, I've had.
They had to give me those to give me the sleepy effect. So I sit my goofy ass down.
They ain't do me like that. They just killed everything else, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, they killed your manhood.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was not a good time.
Man, when I got shot when I was in the hospital, they had me on morphine and Percocets.
Yeah, I remember telling me.
Bruh, I ain't never done that before in my life. But yeah, so that back to what we were saying, man. So like, if you buy a fucking, if you supposed to be buying a perk from a nigga, and you get a motherfucking lace
perk.
boy, you know, one of my
I,
homeboy Joe,
I had a cousin do that. Well, not do that. That's what happened to him.
I lost two homeboys, my homeboy Joe and my homeboy Berto. But Joe, which is crazy, man, because when Joe passed, his kids was kids, and Joe's son just pulled up on me. I said maybe like 3 weeks ago with his daughter,
Oh shit.
like my nigga Joe's grandchild. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, yeah, Joe had went and bought some pills from a motherfucker, and his girl went to Walmart real quick to grab something, came back out. Joe was in the car dead.
That's terrible.
My nigga Berto, he had hurt his back at work and called himself self-medicating at night after he got off work, because he wasn't even he was like a gym head type nigga. He wasn't no pill popping ass nigga. But he got like some perks or something, and he was coming home from work at night with this back injury that no one knew about, taking a pill to lay down. And he had bought, some, and one of them motherfuckers was a dud. Nigga took a shower, took a pill, and never woke up.
That's scary.
Right?
That's why I ain't into that shit. But it can happen with anything.
Yeah.
Shit, let's take this break.
They putting fentanyl on fucking shrimp right now.
Circulation going.
Break time.
Yes, sir. What the hell are we watching?
All right, now we back at it. We back at it in this
Florida man.
Florida man time, man.
Yeah, I'll start off with one. I only got one.
I got two, so
Well, I'll go in
you
between.
want me to start off?
Yeah.
I don't want us to have the same one.
Mine is about a stalker. He's a white guy.
Okay, no, all right. This was a stalker too, but it's not a white guy. Florida man accused of making 16,000 calls to 911 now faces stalking charges. A 72-year-old Florida man has been arrested after authorities say he made more than 3,400 calls to 911 this year alone,
Damn.
bringing his total over the past 5 years to roughly 16,000. The man, identified as Samuel Lee Thomas of St. Petersburg, is accused of using emergency line to repeatedly harass a neighbor by making false claims of criminal activity at her home. Police say Thomas made hundreds of complaints to law enforcement about the household across the street, alleging drug sales, gun use, disorderly behavior, and more. One of the most recent calls claimed someone was firing an AR-15 in the roadway. When officers arrived, they found a peaceful family barbecue with children playing and no evidence of a firearm.
Damn.
The woman living at the property, Antoinette Peterson, 34, told officers her family has had hundreds of police interactions due to Thomas's calls. She also claimed Thomas frequently stops outside of her house and shouts obscenities. Police concluded that the calls were part of a targeted effort to harass the Petersons family rather than legitimate concerns. According to reports, officers determined that Thomas was deliberately using the emergency system to intimidate the family, and they arrested him for stalking and filing false reports. He is also facing a charge of resisting arrest after allegedly struggling with police during the incident. No mental health issues cited prior to criminal record confirmed. Like he ain't crazy.
Shit, yes he is.
Court documents revealed that Thomas has no known mental health conditions, nor was under the influence of drugs or alcohol at the time of his calls. Authorities noted that the sheer volume of calls, averaging over 600 already in 2025, cannot be justified by police safety concerns. Hold on. Though he has never before been charged with misusing 911, Thomas does have a criminal record that includes battery, DUI, marijuana possession, disorderly intoxication, and passing bad checks. He has pled guilty to current charges and was released on a 50. He pled not guilty to the current charges and was released on a $1,500 bond. Peterson said she's pressing charges because she fears harassment could eventually become dangerous.
Yeah, he sound like he's 72. He ain't got nothing to lose.
Yeah,
Probably part of his bucket list.
yeah, he on pure bullshit.
He didn't call the motherfucker over 34,000, 100 times.
Yeah,
in
16,000 over a 5-year period.
That's fucking crazy. Well, this one might be a little bit different, but he's
And he
weird,
looked
too.
crazy.
Yeah, he did it.
Yeah, he did all that shit they're talking about.
This one's called Sleep My Beauty.
So,
South Florida man accused of watching his ex sleep for months while he's armed with a knife and tools.
oh no.
The man's behind bars after he admitted to deputies that he had been visiting his ex's house for months to watch her sleep. The Volusia County Sheriff's Office says on Sunday night, deputies came across a 20-year-old man who was wearing a ski mask. In his pocket, deputies said he had a long knife and lock-picking tools. They say while speaking with the man, identified as Jalen Vallejos, he confessed that he was on his way to his ex-girlfriend's house to watch while she slept. Vallejo, 20, expressed he wasn't sure of his intentions on Sunday night, and he was afraid that his actions could escalate. Vallejo also admitted that he had been visiting his ex's house and watching her sleep for 6 to 8 months.
Jesus Christ.
He also confirmed that he vandalized her home back in April. A body camera video shows a Volusia County deputy stopping Vallejos as he walks to his girlfriend's house. "Why are you covering your face?" the deputy asked. "It's kind of cold out," is what he responded with. Vallejo is then seen being ordered not to reach for the knife, leading him handing it over to the deputy willingly. Who the fuck wrote this article? They continued to search his vehicle, where he drove to an area in and found a backpack containing duct tape, wire cutters, spray paint, and a sledgehammer. Damn, he
Yeah, he was on
town.
some bullshit.
Vallejo told deputies that he planned to use the sledgehammer to break through the victim's door. I don't think so. Maybe, but
He's gonna bust her head open.
yeah, like the Joker. Video also shows when deputies asked him what he was going to do with the knife that was confiscated. He explained he was going to use it for self-defense if he was confronted by his ex-girlfriend's father. Damn. So he was booked on counts of aggravated assault, attempted armed burglary, loitering or prowling, possession of burglary tools, and criminal mischief. He was taken to the Volusia County Jail where he's being held with no bond. And my question is, had he not told on himself, would he be in jail?
Maybe not. Because there's just been all suspicion.
Yeah. Especially if he had no record, because they never said nothing about him having a record.
Yeah, there's been all suspicion. Alright. Florida man accused of peeing on Sam's Club food, causing over $10,000 in damage.
What's up with people fucking up the food?
I don't know. A Florida man may need more than toilet paper to clean up this legal mess. That's because he is accused of urinating in the aisle of Sam's Club, causing more than $10,000 of food damage. According to the arrest affidavit, the alleged incident happened the morning of May 30th, 2025 at a Sam's Club in Lake County, Florida. A woman shopping that morning noticed a man, later identified as Patrick Francis Mitchell, appearing to relieve himself in aisle 18, home with a Vienna sausage, canned Spam, and other canned goods, the report said.
He took his wiener out around the wieners.
Yeah, around the wieners. She took a photo of the man with her cell phone and notified the store employees. Surveillance video inside the store recorded the man walking up to 2 pallets of food placing his hands in front of him and below his belt line, and standing there for several seconds. He then walked to the snack section, sat on some patio furniture for 10 minutes, then walked to the register where he paid for some items and left, report said. Sam's Club manager inspected the damage and confirmed that 2 pallets of food, 188 units of canned Vienna sausage, and 345 units of canned Spam Classic
How long did he pee?
were covered in urine.
He was just going down the aisle.
All the food
Look like
had
fountain.
to be thrown away, totaling $10,584.84 in lost goods, the manager told detectives. The manager then looked up the man's name and address using the Sam's Club membership and gave that information to the authorities. The man was arrested and booked into Marneo County Jail on 2 charges of disorderly conduct and criminal mischief, according to online records. A judge issued a $3,000 bond. He was released the next day, according to online records. On June 10th, Mitchell pled not guilty to the charges, according to online records. His next court date is June 30th. He was not immediately clear. It was not immediately clear if he hired a lawyer or not.
Damn.
That
That's
man
crazy.
is pissy.
He peed on all.
Look at his face. He did it.
Yeah, he like he pissed on himself too.
Yeah.
Nasty.
He peed on everything.
Well, at least he went on an airplane.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So I think that's it for them Floridas, right?
Yeah,
I ain't got no melanated.
I do.
Do you?
Yeah.
Sweet.
It's support of another podcast that's from here.
Okay.
They just got they building the studio together. I create podcasts from here. My guy Michael Haney, and I forgot his homeboy's name and whoever else is with him. But I know Michael. He used to go by DJ The Truth back when he was rapping and shit. But yeah, congratulations to them, man. They've been doing the podcast, but they got their studio actually set up. So
Okay.
they had a grand opening like maybe a week or two ago. You know what I'm saying? But
Oh, that's
since we ain't podcasted, I ain't been able to talk about it. So,
Okay, that's dope.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? You can follow them also on TikTok
What's
or
it called?
whatever. I create.
I create.
Yeah.
Okay, shout out to them, man.
I hope I'm saying it all the way right, because that's why I seen I create podcast. So
Okay. Well, shout out to them,
yeah,
man.
shout out to them.
Gotta support the locals.
But of course,
Gotta support the locals.
I only got 2.
I got 4.
I'll go in between yours.
Okay. Call this first one Hot Sauce in the Ass.
Oh.
This is one I thought was
Oh.
this is what I thought was a Florida man at first till I read this shit. Three Florida men were sentenced for torturing a rival drug trafficker for 18 hours by putting hot sauce in his eyes and his anus.
I don't want to see your order.
According to federal prosecutors, Mario Espiano, now 25, orchestrated the kidnapping and the 18-hour-long torture of Gabriel Leger, an alleged former partner in crime. Espiano was mad that he had been cut out of Gabriel's drug business and plotted to kidnap him and take over his drug business.
Okay.
Espiano lured Leger to Tampa on the promise that he was going to repay an old drug debt. Jacob James Guest, 24, and Joey Lawrence Eugene Young, that's a hell of a name, 25.
Joey Lawrence.
Joey Lawrence Eugene Young abducted Leger and held him for ransom. The men contacted Leger's alleged cartel drug sources and demanded 10 kilograms of fentanyl to secure his release, according to prosecutors. While Leger was held captive, Espinoza and Young tortured Leger by pouring hot sauce in in Leaguer's eyes and his anus. Leaguer was rescued on October 11, 2023, when the DEA agents and sheriff's office found him in the back seat of a car that the defendants abandoned when authorities arrived. Law enforcement officers found Leaguer with the pillowcase covering his head and his wrist tied. Espino had been sentenced to 22 years and 6 months in prison. Guest was sentenced to 20 years in prison, and Young was sentenced to 25 years in prison, according to the prosecutors.
I understand the eyes, but
Put hot sauce in his ass.
hot sauce in his ass. Did he lick it after? I mean, I don't get that. Hey, hot sauce in his ass.
Maybe it was some special hot sauce we don't know about.
It might be that K-Roll sauce or
Might
whatever.
be some like super pepper shit. They might have
Yeah, I hope so.
crunched up one of them one chips and
Turn the booty hole green.
yeah, blue or green or whatever the colors are.
This one is he shot them all. Indiana man guns down several family members after his strange wife. What was that?
Something set my camera off.
Oh, okay.
Let's make sure wasn't nobody creeping.
Yeah, after a strange wife tried to take his house, and he says, "I shot them all." The Indiana man who police say shot and killed 3 family members, including his wife, reportedly told authorities he was not proud of his actions. Patrick J. Waite, 77, told detectives, "I shot them all. I'm certainly not proud of that fact." That's what he reported to in an affidavit quoted by the newspaper. He says, "I'm as guilty can be."
Jesus.
Waite is charged with 3 counts of murder and 1 count of attempted murder. The murder victims were identified as Waite's wife, Alma Waite, 61, his son-in-law, Fernando Tapia Ramirez, Sr., 39, and his mother-in-law, Gloria Garcia Tapia, 81. He should have been with her. Shit, he was only like 4 years under her. According to the police, Waite was arrested at the scene of the crime on May 29th. He is being held in Gibson County Jail bond. Despite his statements quoted in the affidavit, Waite pleaded not guilty to charges according to the affidavit. The newspaper also reported that an argument with his estranged wife over who would keep the home exploded into violence. The argument reportedly involved efforts by Waite's wife to put the home in their daughter's name. According to the police, they were greeted at the door of the residence by a witness who directed them to where Waite was last seen. He was quickly arrested. Police also found a critically injured victim who was flown via medical helicopter to an area hospital for further treatment. And they don't say, other than that, they don't say what his charge because it's fresh. So,
Good Lord.
look at him. He looked like he did that shit.
He did all that shit.
So I'm not proud of it, but
But it happened.
I bet, God damn it.
Alabama pastor accused of pistol whipping a man and robbing him, then coming back to apologize.
Damn. He had a change of heart.
In the
Church that day.
in a plot straight out of a Tyler Perry drama, an Alabama pastor is facing serious charges after what police say was a violent sidewalk encounter followed by remorse. Roy Powell, 72, pastor of Cedar Street Missionary Baptist Church, allegedly assaulted a man last week near the post office on Mobile Street in the city of Mobile. The victim told local outlet, blah blah, Powell bumped into him and snapped. "You was in my way. I'm walking down the sidewalk." He then left after a brief exchange. But minutes later, Powell allegedly returned in a truck, struck the man in the head with a gun, and took his book bag. Even more bizarre, court records show the pastor came back a third time and apologized for his actions. The spiritual leader was arrested and hit with the first-degree robbery charge. He was released the next day on a $40,000 bond.
Damn. $40,000 bond?
$40,000, you had to pay 4 bands.
You want to do another one, or I don't know if you had another short one.
I do. I think I got another short
I
one.
got one more left.
I got another short one. Let me get to it. Let me get to it. Let me get to it. Where we at? Where we at? Where we at? Yeah, that's a short one. A nigga by the name of Real Bleeder, is his rap name, is charged with the murder of a community leader named Teresa Callaghan. This is in Baton Rouge.
They've been having a lot of shit going on in Louisiana. Right?
Yep. The shooting happened in September 15, 2024 at the intersection of Airline Highway and Greenwell Street and claimed the life of Teresa Callaghan, 41. Officers responded to the scene around 9:30 p.m. and found Callaghan in a vehicle suffering from multiple gunshot wounds. Police said that they believed the vehicle pulled alongside Callaghan's vehicle and shots were then fired at the victim. During the shooting incident, Callaghan crashed into multiple vehicles, including one that was a deputy police patrol car. Two deputies ended up suffering injuries that were non-life threatening. The suspect was booked into East Baton Rouge Parish Prison. Police said the investigation is ongoing. According to the Monroe Police Department, the real name, Bleeder was also recently arrested after a video of him waving a firearm at a mall was posted on social media. Police said he is charged with 2 counts of aggravated assault with a firearm, 1 count of rioting, and 1 count of illegally carrying a firearm, and they're getting ready to charge him with the murders. With the murder.
Crazy.
Yeah, she was a community activist, and he didn't like the shit that she was talking about.
I'll tell you something else and like shit that he was talking about.
So,
This one's called He Tried.
okay.
He tried to end things with his judge girlfriend. She
what?
shot him in the head as she slept,
Oh my God.
and she just learned her fate. It says an ex-Pennsylvania judge has been sentenced to 13 and a half to 30 years in prison for shooting her ex-boyfriend in the head as he was sleeping. And it's a sister.
Wow.
Sonia McKnight was convicted last month of attempted murder and aggravated assault by a jury. Let's see, this happened, they don't say. McKnight was accused of shooting her boyfriend, Michael McCoy, while he was sleeping in his home on February 10th, 2024. Prosecutors say that the bullet entered the right side of the victim's face, traveled through his head in a straight line behind his eyes, and exited the left side of his face. McCoy survived the gunshot wound, but is blind in one eye as a result of the shooting.
He survived that
He
shit?
survived it.
Good Lord.
McKnight was convicted last month on the charges of and resigned her post as a magistrate judge in Pennsylvania.
Good Lord.
The judge on McKnight's case told her she was totally without remorse for the shooting. The shooting occurred after McCoy tried to end their relationship and asked McKnight to leave. At trial, prosecutors argued that she was a jealous partner who didn't like that she was asked to leave. McCoy couldn't identify the shooter and testified in court that he couldn't see after the shooting, but McKnight was the only person at the home. The jury deliberated for about 2 hours before finding McKnight guilty. McKnight also shot and wounded her estranged husband, Enoch McKnight, in 2019. This bitch got a history.
Shit, she's a killer.
But a district attorney's office investigation found that she acted in self-defense and didn't charge her with anything. McKnight has continued to maintain her innocence, and her attorney said an appeal is ongoing. So, yeah, this bitch got a nasty little history. First one she got away with.
Yeah, the second one they said, all right now.
Said, you don't want this crumpley cake?
Yeah. She ain't taking nobody leaving her.
Can't leave me. I got that good. She doing TikToks about it and everything in her robe gown and her
Oh
little
my lord.
judge gown and all that.
Oh my lord. All right, Cuban rapper Chocolate MC.
What?
Yeah,
I was not expecting that.
that's his name. Was arrested for allegedly kidnapping a fan at gunpoint
A
for
fan?
asking for a picture in Florida.
Damn.
That's That's Chocolate MC,
Why you looking
and
like?
that's the nigga he's kidnapped.
He look like what's the nigga? Lennox.
You do. When wrong with me, original Don Panchangala. A Cuban rapper, Chocolate MC, is facing several charges, including kidnapping
Chocolate.
with a firearm, armed robbery, and written threats to kill or injure. According to reports, Javarius Sierra Hernandez, aka Chocolate MC, approached a fan who was asking for a photo in the parking lot of a supermarket, brandished a firearm, and demanded the fan give up his car. Chocolate MC allegedly commanded the victim to get into the driver's seat and asked to give him money, although the victim said he had no cash. The rapper then told the victim to sell him some money. And the victim said he didn't have Zelle.
You that broke?
Chocolate MC forced the fan to drive to several locations over a 2-hour period before being let go unharmed. The victim made a report to the police last Tuesday, and Chocolate MC was arrested the next day. The incident was captured by surveillance video
Sure.
of the supermarket's parking lot.
I'm sure.
He is currently being held without bond.
Where is Chocolate MC from?
Cuba.
Oh, okay.
Cuban. He's a Cuban rapper.
You look like Lennox though.
Yeah.
That's fucked up. You come with me.
Cubans ain't nothing but spicy niggas.
Yeah, they are. A lot of them over there in the Caribbean is.
They're just spicy niggas.
You know what I'm saying?
Then took niggas and sprinkled some tahini and some chili
Shit.
on them.
Yeah, Puerto Rico, they got invaded by Germans, so that's why they the way they are.
Puerto Ricans ain't nothing but me with an accent.
Yeah, that's Germans.
Yeah. Me with an accent, nigga. That's all they are. An island full of me with an accent.
They clone Tyrone.
Yeah. Because I ain't shit with Irish and some Creole, so there's some Spaniards, some niggas, some Ireland shit, some me with an accent.
That's funny.
Yeah, but you know you can't tell them that. They think they something special.
We are different.
Yeah, no you not, nigga.
No, you're not. You
You
can't.
Creole somewhere with a different vernacular, nigga. That's it.
That's all it is.
Yeah, I know. I think that's it, man. That's 193, ain't it?
193, wait 6 minutes.
Yeah.
So we're going to call that
I'll
one.
go 6 minute wait.
6 minute wait or wait 6 minutes?
6 minute wait.
All right.
6 minute wait. Write that shit down too. Sometimes I be trying to remember it.
Yeah,
I be
that's
going
why I was like, let me write it down.
I be going to upload that shit.
And we have something totally different.
Yeah.
It'd be the same motherfucking shit, though. It just be worded different. What's this shit? Oh, that's some other shit. All right.
Shit, that's all. That's it.
That's it for
That's
this
all,
week.
folks.
We see y'all people next week. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in.
Peace, peace.
Peace.
Oh, shit.